think we're there now. Good morning and good evening to one and all who has joined us for this webinar uh, from across the globe who has joined us. Myself, Prakash, I head the EBS technical competency here at Doences, and I will be the host for today's session. That's going to be presented by Vimal. So before we get into that, introduce the topic and the presenter, I would like to take a couple of minutes and then talk about Doences, and then have Vimal take it from them. Okay. So first of all, I welcome you all to Oraculous. That is a session by a series by Doences on related to Oracle topics. And through this series, we are inviting doyens from across the Oracle community to come and collectively share their knowledge to a larger group. So this is one of the initiative that we are taking for that, from that perspective. So a little bit on Doyences first. Doyences was established in 2006 in both India as well as in US. In US, we have it in Dallas, Texas, and here in India now it is there in Chennai and also in Trichy. Before I go and introduce the topic and the presenter, there is something like I just wanted to know the background. I wanted to share across that what is this initiative all about. So true to the Doyences value system, which is on where passion plays an important role, we are passionate about sharing the knowledge on Oracle or to the larger community, be it through different ways, like we do it through our blogs. We have got two different blogs which have actually been referenced by the Oracle community. One is dedicated to the this one database administration, and the other one is for the other part of it, like be it Oracle EBS Fusion or on the functional and technical side of it. So we've got two actively being blogs which have been referenced across for the entire community. Apart from that, we are also actively participating in different Oracle events in different levels, like being it a presenter, we have done it across and Collaborate, and then be it in AAOUG or OATUG, and where we have been, our doyens have been regular presenters across different topics. Okay. And also Doyences has been for the last 2 years in succession has been awarded as the great place to work. That is something which we are proud of. And from a services perspective, we are basically a technology consulting and consulting and a management company, where our focus is primarily on Oracle. Anything related to Oracle is we are there. So it's something which just our focus has always been on Oracle. So now moving on to the today's webinar topic, which is going beyond the SaaS suite, and why customization and extension matter from a business perspective. So through this session, we are looking at the focus is going to be on Fusion cloud customization and capabilities, and how the business can leverage that, how effectively it can be done. So that is something which is going to be the focus which Vimal is going to take us through. And now the topic, as I said, like it's going to be presented by Vimal, who has got 15 years of experience in Oracle technologies, and he's an Oracle Cloud certified specialist, and he's also a senior project manager here with Doyences, and manages one of the larger accounts for us. Okay. Vimal is also a regular speaker across different forums. He has been for the last 2 years. He's been with Collaborate, and he's been awarded as the OAUG Star Presenter of the Year 2019. So, and also, like Vimal has also co-authored a book on Fusion cloud migration, and the book has been titled Flight to Cloud. You will be able to take a look at this particular book on Amazon, or you can also get it through our Doyences website. Okay, with this short introduction, probably I would like to invite Bimal to come ahead and present across the topic. Okay. Bimal, over to you.
Hi, thanks Prakash for the introduction. Let me share my screen and start my presentation. So hope you all see my screen. So everyone see my presentation?
Yeah, Vimal.
Yeah,
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay, so as Prakash mentioned, the today's topic I'm going to take is the going beyond the SaaS shoot, why customization and extension matters to your business. So before going to the topic, this is about me. I think Prakash already covered about me and our organization briefly about these things. So I'll just quickly go through this and then go to the topic. So I'm working as a project manager with Joint System for more than 8 years. So I have overall 15 years of experience in Oracle space. So working in almost most of the verticals and pillars like SEM, HRMS, finance, and custom modules. So regularly I present papers in various OAG events across the globe. And the last year I was the star presenter of the year in OAG forum. And as Prakash mentioned, I recently co-authored a book called Flight to Cloud. So we'll see a little more about that book in the end of the slides, but this is just a introduction about me. So this is about our organization. Almost we are 250 plus at this moment, and we are serving almost more than around 16 years. So we are based out of US, India, and Canada. So I think these service offerings Prakash already covered. So these are all some of our customers we served for the past few years. So these are all in the bottom. You can see some of the books written by our colleagues and doyens some time back. So we have recently released almost 7 books in various topics. So you can verify or see those books and then download that copies in Amazon and some of from our doyens sites as well. So coming to the topic, so going beyond the SaaS suite, how the customization benefits to our business. So the agenda for this topic is Fusion technology advances. What are the technology advances the Fusion Cloud is getting over and above our e-business, and the SaaS customization capabilities, different customization capabilities we got in our SaaS suite, the reporting features and risk capabilities, Fusion integration and web services, Fusion mobile apps, and customization migration approaches from e-business suite. So well, starting with the Fusion technology advances. So before going into the detail of technology advances, we all know, I think we might have working with the Oracle e-business suite for past 10 years or even more than that. So when the Fusion technology comes to us and our customers are ready to consider to move to Fusion applications or even try to move to cloud, their application into the cloud, there were a lot of queries and questions come to their mind, and then there will be a lot of discussion topic on many aspects. So like in e-business, our customers, or we got a lot of customization inside our e-business suite. Will the customization, will the Fusion application or the SaaS suite will accommodate all the customization? Or do I need to do a major change in our customization or in our process if I go to a cloud application? Or is the SaaS application suite is the one which we can accommodate? The PaaS is little higher in our cost or even in our business process. So to accommodate all this customization or the integrations what we have, do I need to go for the PaaS or SaaS? And your phone has no signal, so I can't help you with that at the moment. Sorry about that. Okay, so all these questions will come, and along with that, if these things are cannot be accommodated through a Fusion application, can I go to recent upgrade of Auto version 12.2.9? Will I go for 12.2.9 or will I go for the Fusion Cloud applications? So all these discussion points will come. Many questions will be raised. Many concerns will be raised when you decide about your future of your application and business process. So to give a brief about that, we are going to see answer for all these questions in the coming slides. So let's start some of the technology advances what the Fusion applications having. So it got a beautiful and very useful dashboards in the Fusion applications. So every day when you start your day of your business, you can see all your important information in your dashboard, and that is not just a dashboard just give the information. You can directly drive or directly go to your actual data from this dashboard. You can just click and see the detail of the information from this dashboard. So which will give or which will save a lot of time and effort for you to go and analyze the different part of your application and get the data before you start your day of your business. So the dashboard and the infolets are the important feature. And along with that, the new integrations like in Oracle e-business suite unit, you might have a lot of PL/SQL applications or the integration program to load the data or integrate the data from the third-party system. Here, advanced features and advanced tools to integrate your cloud system to another third party or your e-business system. And the new reporting. The reporting in Oracle Fusion is the biggest advancement in terms of the technology. There are different reporting tools available inside our Oracle Fusion applications. One can be used by the developers and another can be used by the users themselves. They can create their own reports and then modify according to the business need and day-to-day activities. So in the left side, you can see some of the dashboard and the reporting information which developed by someone in some business process. And the configurations. In Fusion application, the migration and loading the data and creating the configurations, adding the new configurations or rolling out to the new country is a lot more easier and a lot more quicker than the e-business suite applications. So we have a lot of templates. Through that, you can add your information and just load in a quicker time. It will be a real faster than your e-business application. So this is little more about.
Just a minute. Sorry to interrupt. Yes, all the participants just wanted to please feel free to post all your queries in the chat window, and we will take those as we progress. Okay, sure. Just okay.
Yeah. So this is a little more about the technologies and changes. So we are used to the e-business applications for many years, and we are skilled enough to use the tools and some of the technologies used in e-business. So if we compare to the e-business application to the Fusion Cloud, so how the technologies and the tools are changed. So the user interface in EBS it was form and OAF most of the pages, but in Fusion most of the pages are in ADF and JavaScript pages. So workflow and approvals are completely based out of PL/SQL and AME in e-business. In Fusion applications, it's a business process execution language. Reports are built through XML publisher or RDF report builder, but here in Fusion application, it's a BA publisher. Analysis reports for e-business, we used to have a Discoverer or some other third-party reporting tool. But in Fusion Cloud, there is a embedded reporting tool called OTBA, Oracle Transactional Business Intelligence, which allow users to drill deep and then analyze the data more robust. So data migration in e-business, it should be through a integration tool or through a PL/SQL package or a conversion program to load the data. Here it is a file-based data import for one-time conversion and web services for the permanent integrations. So setup and configurations completely through manual in e-business application. Here we have a functional setup manager through that, you can just load the data through FSM loader and then quickly configure the application. So application development tool in eBusiness, it was Forms, Report, and Workflow Builder. Here it's a visual builder where you can create or develop reports or personalize your screen, or even develop your mobile application also in Fusion applications. So we're going to see all these tools of reports, BPL, and the data migration in coming slides. Before that, the additional technology advances in the Fusion applications are, like we have seen some of these points in the screenshot in the previous slides, but still it's a recap of those advancements. So we got web-based intuitive screen designs, task-driven workbench and infolets, mobile apps for transaction and partners. So formatted report with the graphical presentation, transaction dashboard to view key metrics, new SOAP web services for integrations, configurations and downloadable templates, comprehensive templates and documentation, flexible PPM workflow for your approvals and the workflow process. So these are all the advancements. So now we know what are all the new technologies and new advancements are there in Fusion applications. Now we can think of how the customization of eBusiness applications can be made in Fusion applications, or even migrate those eBusiness application customization from eBusiness to Fusion applications. We'll see one by one.
Vimal, there are a few queries which are coming. Just
yes.
wanted to see if it's relevant now to take it, or you want to cover it as we progress. Okay, there is one from, I think I'm not able to get the name, but it's how do we, one is related to data migration. It says like, how do we prepare our data for the cloud? There is one question which has come in. So is it something which we are going to cover towards the later part, or is it something we can take it up now?
I think at the end of the slide, I got a high-level description of how we are having this data migration. But let me answer this question now itself. So, so when we decide to migrate from eBusiness to Fusion migration, so the first step is the data migration. So before you do the data migration, actual data migration, you have to see the data inside your eBusiness applications or any other third-party applications, and see and decide how much historical data you want to migrate from your old system to Oracle Fusion applications. So first decide your historical data, and then clean your data. That means even though there are some applications like procurement, in finance applications, there are a lot of similarity between eBusiness and Fusion applications, but still there are a lot of changes technically, and then architectural changes are happening in Fusion applications. So according to those changes, you have to change your eBusiness data to the new structure, and then have the validations according to the new configurations of your Fusion applications. There might be 5 legal entities in your for a single country in eBusiness applications, but in Fusion you decided to have only 2. So you have to change your data according to the new configurations and new setup in your Fusion applications. Change it and do all your data validation. Test it in your lower instance, and see all the remove all the error records, or validate all those records, clean and prepare your data, and then go for a data migration. So these are all the high-level steps of preparing your data migration from your eBusiness or third-party to Fusion application.
Okay, thanks, Vimal. There are a few more questions. Probably I will. There are a couple of questions from Narayanan Vedantam on. I think probably let's go ahead with this slide. Then I'll just start putting those questions across.
Vimal, this is Uday.
Yes, Uday.
Yeah. Thanks for your clarification and the detailed explanation regarding the data, how we have to move to prepare to cloud, Vimal. Okay, you can go ahead.
Yeah, thanks, Uday.
Thanks, Uday.
Okay. So before going to the customization part, there are 3 or 4 different parts of customization. So before that, I just would like to highlight what are the different skill sets we required for Fusion applications. As I said in the future, as I said in the past, like the not only the customers, even the lot of our developers and the consultants having some questions on the skill set of Fusion application needed to work in the Fusion applications. So uh, yeah, sorry. So there are around a few skill set which are all which we have used to have for e-business applications are still needed for Fusion applications. Along with that, there are new additional skill sets also needed. So SQL, PL SQL, Java, and JavaScript. I think you might have this in your e-business applications, and along with that, XML and BA Publisher are also used in e-business. So along with that, three CSS, XSL, ADF, Web Services and Web Center, DeepL, and WebLogic Server Administrations are additional skill set required to have hands-on in all the areas of Fusion applications. So there are different areas these skill sets are used inside our Oracle applications. If you have this skill set, you can, you can confidently say that you can work on all the areas of technical areas inside the Fusion applications. So yes,
Bimal, I think there is one question which was there probably since we are on that technical skills. There is one from Rajan Chandru where the question is about how do technical consultants can adopt to Fusion Cloud. So I believe you covered it. Probably if you want to add something more, please.
Yeah, sure. So let me go back to the previous slides. So as I said, SQL, PL SQL, Java, JavaScript, XML, BA Publisher, these are the skill set we might have already have to work in e-business applications. So I think if you have these skill set, you can still have a lot of work to do in Oracle applications, because these are all the important skill set you need to have the data migrations and doing the report development or report modification inside your Fusion applications. These are all the two major area you will get technical work in your Oracle Fusion applications. So along with that, the ADF, web centers and web services, BPL, all those will be used for other applications like creating or modifying the workflow, and then integrating your Fusion application to the other applications. So for those areas, definitely you need to train on those new skill set to have a well-versed work on your Oracle Fusion applications. Okay. So I would say you already have 50% of skill set from your EBS applications. So fine tune that. Along with that, you also need to learn some of the new additional skill set to work in Fusion application.
Okay, yeah, please.
Okay. So moving to the SaaS customization capabilities. So before moving to this, in e-business applications, we used to do a lot of personalization and customization at the form level, at the user interface level, either at the form or the OAF page. Our business might need a lot of changes or additional validations inside our applications. So for that, we used to have either the form personalization inside the form, or you just download your form and then change your business process. Again, you registered as a form or replace your standard form. That is the process we used to follow. The same thing we used to follow for OAF also. So here, there is a security added on in Fusion applications to do our personalization and the customization of the pages. So I would say, I think 70 to 80% of the personalization what you did in your e-business application, you can do that in Fusion applications also inside the SaaS suite. So that is most important thing. You don't need to go for PaaS for do all this customization. Inside your SaaS, you can do most of your personalization from your e-business applications. But to understand more about that, I'll just explain about the different composer we got in Fusion applications. So Oracle Fusion applications gives data composer to add or modify your business objects, and page composer, this will allows us to modify our user interface. You can add or hide or field all those actions you can do through the page composer. and the BA Composer, which will help us to create or modify the reports using the report in analytics, and the Process Composer, which will help us to modify or create a new business process for our approval workflows. So little more about these composers. So data composers, as I said, is used for change field labels, add field to data model, add new business objects, and process composer, as I said, is for people process, and page composers for change page layout, add fields, default values, so show and hide fields. So this is a composer-wise scenarios. So in the next slide, I'll just explain what are the different scenarios we will get to personalize our Fusion applications. So at page level, object level, business process level, security, business intelligence, and help level, these are all the different scenarios we will personalize our according to our business needs and our Fusion applications. I'll give some of the examples for each of these scenarios in the next slide. So in the page, like in our e-business personalization, here also you can do a layout change, add, hide, or show some of the fields. You can add additional validations, and page title and task list you can add, and then you can add your business logo or business name into your page, and page look and feel, adding the attributes, some of the business announcements and such. All those personalization you can do it through the page customization. Through objects, you can add additional objects. For example, maybe you can add some of the validations inside your SQL or PL/SQL package that to be added to our page to validate some of the fields that you can add through object customization. Add business object to flex field navigator. Some of the flex fields you can add through this objects, and then additional validations. So business process, create a new workflow to approving some of the transactions or some of the master data, or you can customize the existing standard business process according to your business needs. Maybe you can do your change in the process or hierarchy level, set the limits, all those customization you can through the business process. Security, you can add a data security for a page or for a field, and then grant access and some of the elevated privileges to custom objects. You can have it through a security. Through business intelligence, we have seen some of the reporting. Through all this reporting, you can do through the business intelligence, like create or customize your report layout, create a new report, customize your dashboard. The front dashboard you can customize through this business intelligence. And help, there are a lot of help documents and other few other documents also is stored in Fusion applications as help documents. You can customize those help documents and links according to your business needs, or you can even add additional help documents inside this help menu. So these are some of the scenarios. So if you see, I think most of these are almost a similar customization of the personalization you had in our business, in our e-business applications. Most of them are in Fusion applications as well.
Vimal, just before the couple of questions which has come in from Narayan and Vedantam, so that probably it's trying to put it across now.
Sure.
The first one is like FSM, only loading the data setup is automated, or is there something beyond that? This is the first one, like on the FSM part. Narayan, would it be okay if you want to unmute and then ask your question by yourself? Is that okay, fine. I think okay, this is the question. FSM, only loading the data, only loading the setup data is automated, or is there something beyond that?
Okay, functional setup manager is actually is the place where you configure all your configurations through the functional setup managers. It has a lot of features in addition to the loading the initial configurations. So loading the configurations you will use when you are newly loading all your e-business configurations into the Fusion applications, or when you go for a new rollout for a new country, that time you need this loading the configurations. But this FSM, functional configurations, will always allows to enable a new additional features that you can enable it in even in the future also, according to the new release or a new features added by Oracle. So it's not just loading the configurations, it also allows us to configure our entire system and whenever you want, even after your initial implementation.
Oh, okay. Hope that answers your question, Narayanan. And there's one more probably which I'll read it out. Now let me see. Is there any inbuilt tool for deduplication in Fusion? So any tool for are there any inbuilt tool for deduplication in Fusion? Probably I think the context, it might be better, like, Narayan, if you could unmute and then probably ask your questions and give a context, it might be it would be better. Okay, probably we'll get back to Narayan.
Yeah, we will take that later.
Okay, plus go ahead with that. There are a few more questions which are coming from Suresh and Yuvraj and all. We'll take it as we go.
Sure. Okay, so we have seen the different scenarios of the personalization inside our Fusion application, and then Fusion application is capability enough to have all this all the customization. So this is the personalization life cycle. So if you have the personalization requirement in your business, you do the personalization in one of the lower instance, and you have to create a sandbox. So inside the sandbox, you have that new personalization component. And then using the data composer, page composer, or apps composer, you use either one of these apps composer according to your business requirement. You personalize your field or your page, and then create that sandbox. That sandbox should be migrated, published to validate or live in your applications. So once everything looks good, you can publish the same sandbox in production environment, and then that will be effect in your production. So this is the cycle of personalization development and migration. So that's all about the personalization. Let's move to the reporting features and its capabilities. So these are the different types of reports. I think along with that, we got additional few reporting features also in our Fusion application. But these three are important reporting capabilities. The first one is SAS extract. So it's like almost like our outbound report or outbound extract from our e-business. So whenever you are like to export the data from Fusion application to third party, or again back to e-business application in an integration, you use the SAS extract to just generate the data files in a different formats, and it supports almost most of the formats which the third party system or e-business support. So Oracle Transactional Business Intelligence Reports is the another report which is the user friendly. With that, user can create their own reports, and there are 60 plus scan reports are already available inside our Fusion applications, which user can modify according to the business needs. And the BA publisher, it's almost like our XML publisher in e-business applications, but with a slight or advanced feature inside our Fusion applications, which need some technical skill to develop those reports. And the data sources which BA publisher uses are SQL, XML, HCM extract. So we'll see OTB and BA publisher in detail in coming slides. So this is the typical OTB reports, which are all slightly modified or changed according to the business needs of a customer. So if you can see the expense by category, expense trend by category, top spenders, top policy violators, and late filters. All those reports are modified or developed by the business users themselves to see or quickly refer this data when they start the business day or for any of the reporting purpose. So OTB reports, as I said, it allows user to simply drag and drop using the reporting wizard. You don't need technical skills or technical architecture or table names, column names to develop a report. It's just a drag and drop action is all needed. And the user can perform filter, drill down, all those actions in the reports. And the reports can be scheduled for delivery, and the data can be exported in different format for reporting purpose. So very advanced and user-friendly report, which is available in Fusion applications. Definitely, you don't need at least half of the reporting need. You can business users can rely themselves to create the report and then generate the data without having any technical knowledge. So coming to the BA publisher report, this is little advanced than OTB report, which requires the technical skill and the technical architecture understanding to create little more complex reports, and some other reports which are all not fulfilled by the OTB or the standard reports provided by Oracle. So for that, using the BA publisher tool inside the Oracle applications, the developer can develop the reports, and then they can embed it inside our Oracle applications. So if you see some of the sample reports here, which are all rich in appearance, and then more effective way of understanding the data, encrypt the data, which were not available in EBS applications as like. Definitely, it's the improved version of the XML publisher of EBS. So the data sources which supported by BA publisher in Fusions are SQL query, XML, HCMS thread. So you can write your own SQL query. You can create your own reporting format, join the historical data with the real-time information, and you can of course add the reporting button as well. So you can build straight into the browser without need of any plugin. Not as like in e-business, you need to add a plugin in Word applications. Here you just have a tool inside your applications, Oracle Fusion applications browser, and develop this.
Vimal, just while we are on reports, there is one question which is coming from Yuvraj related to that. How good is the dashboard performance? Is there any new feature introduced to archive, if any?
Archive, because all these dashboards are real-time data. These are all, there are a lot SQL queries and underlying tables, joins and links are there underlying the each scheduled reports in the dashboards. So these are all real-time data. Whenever you just refresh the browser or open the application, it just that time it just run and show the data in our applications. So there is no way to archive those data inside the application. You can just download that data as a in an Excel format or any other readable format, or you can schedule that report, run that report from your manager, concurrent manager, and then of course you can, whenever you want, you can open that completed report and download it. So it's just a dynamic query in the dashboard. You cannot save it anywhere.
Okay. So probably the question is kind of half left there. So I'm just interpreting it whether archiving is related to the data or with the report. So Yuvraj, do you want to unmute and ask that question, because that it's not clear that question.
It is correct. He has answered it well.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Thanks, Vimal. Just go ahead. We can move on.
Okay. Thanks, Yuvraj. So the next one is Fusion integration web services. The most important the technical activity or the huge time taking process in our e-business applications or any new implementation is the integrations or the data conversions. So how Fusion is capable, how effective it is handled inside our Fusion applications is what we are going to see here. So here in Fusion applications, like the capabilities are, it can link the on-premises to cloud, or cloud to cloud applications, or even in the hybrid also. You can have few modules inside your EBS applications and few in the Fusion applications, and you can integrate through the cloud-based integrated solutions, what we're going to see in coming slides. So there are different capabilities in Fusion applications. The inbound connector like FPDA, file-based data import, FPDA, through that you can load the data, and Oracle Integrated Cloud Services called ICS, and then SOAP REST Web Services. These are all some of the different type of capabilities. And in outbound, event and notifications sent out of the Oracle applications, BA Publisher and the SAS Extract. So let's take the event and notifications which will go out of Fusion applications whenever you need to send out the notifications or any alerts out of the applications. You can use this feature to send out the notifications to the customers or the suppliers. So even this can be achieved through the OAC, the integrated cloud applications also, but this is for the outbound information. So coming to the inbound, which is the important one for any of the Fusion applications or any of the customers who uses the Fusion. The FBDA, as I said, the FSM, the functional configurations manager, as like the functional configurator, here the FBDA is to load the data, load the master data and the transaction data into the Oracle applications. This will be mostly used during our initial implementation of the Fusion applications or any of the rollout. So whenever the e-business or third-party applications are implemented inside the Fusion and you are loading the data into Oracle. So as I said, like you cleanse your data, decide your historical data, and then generate the FBDA file. There is a FBDA template given for each and every master and transaction data. Templates are there. You can download the template and then prepare the FBDA template according to the Fusion applications need, and then load the data inside your cloud applications, and then receive your feedback based on the success or the failure of the each and every records. So this is the FBDA, which is involves some manual intervention in preparing the data and then loading the data inside in the cloud applications, but which is very fast and effective way of loading the conversion data into our Fusion applications. So we are when we are coming to the integrations, I mean the permanent integrations to the third party, for example, the Salesforce or other e-business applications. So this integrated cloud services will help us a lot in doing that integrations. So I have shown some of the scenarios, the hybrid scenarios, which is there for some customer. Like the booking order and create an order is handled in Oracle E-Business Suite, but the financial part, the receivables will be are handling inside the Fusion applications. Creating the invoice and the receipts are inside the Fusion applications. So once the invoice and the receipts are created, the feedback again has to go back from Fusion application to e-business applications. So this is the typical hybrid scenarios, which for that the Oracle Integrated Cloud Services are used to interface the data from e-business application to Fusion applications. So
just while we are on the okay, still on the integration, is it? Okay.
Yes, yeah.
There are some
questions. There are a few more slides.
Okay,
yeah, a few more slides. Let me complete it. Yes.
Yeah,
so along with that Oracle Integration Cloud Services, we use some of the adapter and some of the cloud exchange services to link the third-party or e-business applications into the OAC. That is the SOAP and REST or the exchange services, which allows us to integrate the OAC to the e-business applications, which interface. I mean, take the data from e-business and then process inside the Oracle Fusion applications. Again, the feedback will be sent back through the same exchange services back to the e-business applications. So that is what mentioned inside this figure. So this is the integrated cloud dashboard. So we know how much time the e-business integrations takes, and how much effort it takes to see, monitor all the error messages and then clear those error messages. But this integration cloud service will give you the dashboards, which will quickly see how much percentage and how many records are successfully processed inside the Fusion, and then how many error and what is the error messages. It's all in one dashboard screen. So you can monitor all the integration through dashboard, and you can also enable the email notification for success in error messages, and you can trigger and hold the jobs effective. You can do the effective error handling with all these additional features. So yeah, before moving to the Fusion applications, Prakash.
There is one question from Suresh. This pretty much related to the data migration part. So what is the best way to handle historical data migration in Fusion? That's it.
I think I covered a little bit in my previous answer. Like historical data, definitely, as per the business need, you need to decide how much or how much of historical data you need to have in Fusion applications. As the best practice, I would say, I think maximum 3 years to 5 years is the best historical data you can have in Fusion applications, because more the data you have, the more complexity you'll have in your Fusion applications. And before you migrate all those data into Fusion applications, you close all those open transactions and all those discrepancies inside the EBS applications before you migrate. Don't just migrate the data as it is from eBusiness and have the same problem inside the Fusion applications. So close all the open questions and concerns in the Fusion, have minimum data, historical data, prepare your templates, FPDA templates and FSM templates, and migrate to Fusion.
I think we are almost there, another 15 minutes to go. So probably you can finish off the presentation and then we can take the rest of the questions as we go.
Okay, sure.
Yep.
So let me go a little faster. Fusion mobile applications, I think we all know there are a lot of Fusion mobile apps for eBusiness and Fusion applications also. As like EBS, we got a lot of mobile applications for Fusion as well. So this is the screenshot of the mobile procurement, cloud procurement mobile applications. So not only the standard applications you can have, you can also create your own custom mobile applications, or you can customize your standard mobile applications with the mobile hub. So with that, the already embedded APIs like storage, notification, database, locations, these are all embedded APIs which Oracle providing us to customize some of the mobile applications, or you can even develop a new mobile applications. So these are the some of the embedded APIs. With that, and along with that, you use ICS or REST or SOAP connectors to talk with your Fusion applications from your mobile applications. So Oracle Mobile Hub will help you to customize your mobile applications and also enable you to create your own mobile applications for your business. So this is the visual builder where mobile applications can be built. The look and feel can be built and then go live for this applications. The last one, customization and migration from eBusiness. I think most of the questions came on this topic. So as I said, before you move to the Fusion applications, extract and cleanse your master and transaction data. Use FBD and FSM templates for on-time data load. So download the configurations, convert to the rapid implementation templates, and then load quickly. Reuse your report queries. You might have a lot of customized reports inside your eBusiness applications. Try to use those report queries. There will be a slight change for finance, and then there will be a complete change in some of the modules and procurements. So change according to the new architecture of the Fusion applications, and then try to reuse those queries and build your own templates and BA and the OTB reports inside our Fusion. So standardize forms and way of personalization to SaaS model. So many of the personalization in eBusiness are not needed in Fusion applications because those are all there as a standard personalization inside the Fusion. So try to standardize most of your personalization, but still if you need some of the personalization, then you can always go with the app composer to personalize. And convert your custom or business specific workflow into a BPM, a business BPL model inside the Fusion applications, and load it as a one-time inside Fusion. And then consider PaaS only if the SaaS is not enough to have your business process inside your Fusion. So as I said, I think most of your personalization will be accommodated by the SaaS is capable enough to accommodate most of this. But still, if you think that is not enough, then as a second second option, you can go for the PaaS applications. So with a reference, if you need to refer more about the cloud applications or how to move from e-business to cloud, so you can always refer my book. I have co-authored the Fly to Cloud book, so which is a guide for Oracle Fusion Cloud migrations. For more details, you can always refer our organization site to refer, and then even download the copy from there. So that's all about the presentation. Now the questions, Prakash.
Okay, thanks, Amal. I think there are a few questions which are yet to be taken up. So let me just go from scroll through and see what are the ones which I missed. Okay. There is one from Vijay. How custom objects like triggers, forms, workflow can be migrated from ERP, like an EBS to Fusion under SaaS?
Okay, so I think for forms and workflow, I think I already covered. So forms and form personalization, as I said, most of the required business functionality are already there in Fusion applications. They have advanced many of the features, many of the functionalities inside the Fusion. So look at those new additional functionalities. If you still some of the functionalities are not met, you can always, using the app composer, you can create your own personalization inside the Fusion applications. That is for form personalization. And for workflow personalization, you don't need to write any PL/SQL blocks or customization. So there is a BPL upload functionality is there. There you can fill up all those business need all those approval hierarchy and then approval limit, those kind of information inside the template, and load it to the BPL application, and that will set for your approval process. The alerts, I think, as I said, you don't have in Fusion application, you don't have direct access to the database. All the report queries you can build through the Visual Builder. So the alerts you cannot have as it is inside the Fusion applications. So those alerts can be met through some other options inside the applications. So you cannot have the database alerts directly in Fusion.
Okay, okay. So while there is one question which I believe we address is that is on FIAS. Okay. What would be your recommendation between 12.2.9 EBS upgrade and Fusion Cloud implementation based on small, medium, and large scale organizations?
Okay. So I think I had another session almost 6 months ago in one of the OAG event, like what suits your business? It's auto upgrade or Fusion application migrations. There I have explained all the scenarios. So my recommendation would be, if your business is ready to go for the new technologies and your business users are ready to go for a change in the applications, and all your customizations, all your major integrations can be met in the Fusion applications without any major change, you can always consider to go for the Fusion applications. So the auto applications, the recent release of the auto applications also having some of the new additional features, like they also the 12.2.9 also having some dashboard kind of thing, and some of the Fusion features also there they have incorporated inside the latest release. But still that will not come close to the Fusion applications. The auto applications will be supported by Oracle until 2030 as per Oracle. So you can still live with Oracle applications, for example, for a small organization, but you cannot live with that for very long. For after 2030, definitely you might need to consider to move to Fusion applications. So better, I think everyone can consider to move sooner sooner than later. Would be my recommendation. Yeah.
Okay, sure. Thanks, Vimal. There's one another question on the OTBA report from Narayanan Vedantam. It says like, will OTBA report affect transactions performance?
I don't see that, Prakash or Narayan, because I think you are asking this question based on the e-business experience. So when we have the lot of joins and the low performing tables like the XLA tables or the AR transaction tables, if you run the OTBA reports, that might have some impact on your reports or your transactions. So here we don't see that thing in our Fusion applications, because most of our customers had their the long pending historical data, left that long historical data in e-business. So they have only the recent data here. So we don't see that performance issue in Fusion applications. Maybe in future, if the data grows, maybe after 6-7 years, and the data grows in a table, we need to see how it performs.
Hope that answers the question, Narayanan. If anything, you can please post it again. Okay. There's one from Imam. I believe we still have 3 or 4 minutes before we close. Okay. So one from Imam it talks about, I think from 20C, FBDI is discontinued in Fusion and replaced with import and export framework. Is there any enhancement in this change?
Sorry, come again with that question. In
Okay.
2030,
So
FBDI is, yeah.
Discontinued. I think from 20C, FBDI is discontinued in Fusion and replaced with import and export framework. Okay. Is there any enhancement in this change? That's the question.
I think I need to refer that, Prakash, because none of our customers are using that new feature. No one is yet to move that.
Fair enough. So we can, Imam, we will definitely respond back to you on this one. Okay. We'll from our Imam will be able to respond back to you on this. Okay. Thanks for asking that question. Okay. Then we have a couple of more questions to go. One is from again. This is from Narayana. How to get consolidated report at enterprise level if some of the locations still not migrated to Fusion platform, i.e. some locations are still in EBS?
Okay, I think that is a challenge. For example, I'll give a scenario. The scenario I shown is like the order management is still in EBS and receivables in Fusion applications. So definitely you cannot have a consolidated report inside the Fusion applications. But still, using the SOAP and web service, SOAP and REST services, you can have using the OAC, you can have the integration with Fusion applications that can allow you to pull the data from there. So the consolidated data, definitely you cannot have a scheduled report inside the Fusion application to pull the data from Oracle applications here and then do that. Using this integrated services, you just pull the data here, and then on top of that, you can just create a simple SQL query and then generate that. With that way, we can do that.
Okay, good. There's one more question which is on from Narayanan. That's on what are the 3 critical success factors for Fusion migration from EBS?
Okay. I think the most one is from the user perspective. That is the most important factor. So as I said, they used with the e-business applications for more than decades. With the e-business application, a sudden change to the e-business applications will have a challenge in user training and then the acceptance to the new application, the new technology. There might be some customization or the custom business process which allow them to ease the business process here in Fusion applications, which they might need to put little more effort or need to learn some new process to adapt to the new technology. So I think the user adoption or user acceptance to the new application is the most important factor for the success. So that is the one thing. And then I know definitely there will be a success on how good or how clean we move the data and how clean we migrate our business customization from your third party or legacy system to Fusion applications. So I think these two are the important two factors, I would say, for the success of implementation.
Okay. Okay, thanks, Suman. I think we're almost there. Time and I'm just scrolling through if there is anything more which I missed out. There is one question from Vijay. I think Vijay, we will get back to you on this. I think there is one on FBDI. Probably like just let me. Otherwise, I put it across. It will not. Where FBDI templates are placed and how we can get those templates. How success and failure records can be seen using FBDI.
I think FPDA, there will be a place. I don't. That is not in my top of mind, but it's still there is a template. There is a place where.
Vimal, would you mind me to add that answer that question?
Yeah, sure, sir. Go ahead, please. Yeah.
Okay, I mean, there is in a standard up, in the programs are available where you can load the data. For example, if you want to load the item master data into the application, we have a loading program specifically to load the data. So use that program and you create that first FPDI templates in the format given by the Oracle, and once the data is ready as per the format given by in the FPDI template, upload that into using that program, and there is an upload option is there, and once it is uploaded, and the import program will automatically kick in, and the data will be migrated into the Fusion application. And you will also have once the data is loaded, and you will have a success, how many is success, how many is failure, and what is the failure, what is the reason, all would be there in the log files.
Thank you, Suresh, for your sharing the light on that particular question.
No problem.
Okay, I believe we are almost there at the end. I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank all the audience of this webinar for making it more participative. I would like to mention that Oracular is a new initiative from Doyences, and we are happy to share knowledge across to a larger community by bringing in Doyens, probably experts from the Oracle technologies. Okay, so please stay tuned in, and we will also share more details as we go on, and then we want to keep this initiative going on. Okay. Please do follow us on Facebook and LinkedIn and post your valuable comments and feedback on these sessions. Okay. Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Hey, thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Good session.
Thank you all. Yeah.